Hi again, guys. I am back with your weekly energy reading. First of all, thank you to all my subscribers who are watching and commenting and liking. That really means a lot to me because sometimes I don't know if I'm just yelling into a vacuum or if you guys are actually relating. So I really appreciate all of you who have taken time to do that and have taken time to join my lives and all that kind of stuff. If you do resonate with my videos and you enjoy them, please do hit the like button now. It really helps for them to be seen in people's news feeds, and I appreciate it as well. I do want to mention that I am not going to be doing weekly lives anymore. They have been taking up so much of my time and energy. They take away from the time that I can either relax, which is really unusual for me, or schedule in additional healing clients. So I will try to do one once a month, and those will be scheduled on the YouTube page, okay? So I apologize for that. I think it will be better in the long run because I'll be more rested and not quite as jaded, I guess. In any case, not to talk too long, I do want to do your weekly energy update. And I'm going to be using the Crow Tarot today because I just got that in the mail. And also, I apologize for my voice and my nasally sounds. I have been sick, much like a lot of people recently, and am definitely recovering, but I think I caught a second cold on my way home from New Orleans last week. So in any case, I do think this has thus far been a week of busting through some important blockages that we have had personally. So, and for me, and what I've seen is it has to do with the relationship with the self. And so this could be residual following the full moon, which was on the 19th. And it seems that most people are experiencing that in some way. So whatever your deepest blockages are, it's like they are coming up to the surface so that you can really look at them. And they have to do with your relationship with yourself. All the places that you're afraid to be yourself, all the places that you're afraid to open yourself up to vulnerability. That has been the way this week has been going so far. I channeled another message this morning that I did not record. I'm trying to remember what it was right now. Hopefully I remember. Maybe I'll record it later. Anyway, let's just go ahead and start pulling the cards. So what are the energies that we are going to be navigating this week? I'm just going to start with these two, actually. Well, we have the Emperor and we have the Ten of Cups. So I feel like that is taking responsibility for your own happiness, which really falls in line with what I just said, because in a lot of cases, it's that, you know, just like my video that I just posted, that it's safe to surrender to joy. Like, we're afraid of our own happiness. And as long as that is the case, and I say we, not meaning everybody, but for, you know, people who are resonating with this, as long as that's the case, then we are not in control of our own happiness. We are not creating our own happiness. We are going to continue to create from that place of fear, which is exactly what we've been working on not doing anymore for the last several weeks. So it is important to begin allowing the release of those fears, and in doing that, also forgive yourself for having had those fears, because it's not that you wasted time or anything like that. It's just that that was an important lesson for you to receive in order to move forward in the best possible way. So I feel like some of you are right now beating yourselves up saying, oh, I lost so much time because I was so busy, being afraid of whatever. That's not the case. You were meant to receive this lesson or clear this karmic cycle right now for a reason, okay? Something else just popped in and I'm trying to get it back. Shoot. I'm not getting it back. It might come back. Okay. I'm also hearing that it is time to begin to open up your idea of what your bliss is, okay? So you want to welcome it in, but if your construct is too structured, if your idea, your hope, your desire is so structured that it provides only a narrow hallway for the universe to enter and work through, you are going to kind of gum up the works. It doesn't mean that you won't eventually get there, but it does mean that it's important for you to open the structure within which you're allowing the universe to bring your dreams to you, right? So you want to define what those are, but maybe not in the way in which they come to you or in the package in which they come to you. And so in a certain sense, this is taking control of manifesting this by releasing some of the control of manifesting this. All right. And that is one of the beautiful paradoxes of life, right? Life is always some kind of paradox. As soon as you think you've given somebody a truth, there's always a paradox to it. And so it's navigating and balancing in the middle way between those extremes that creates the most effortless flow to this kind of abundance and blissful flow of energy. Okay, this is emotions, this is love, this is happy family, this is whatever your bliss is for you. All right, and this is that ability to call it in, to be in command of how and when it comes in to your life, and yet not being overly domineering, not being overly controlling about it. All right, so I think there's a balance this week in achieving that. And you're going to have to go within in order to know where that balance needs to be struck for you, because it can be very difficult, because you're going to be communicating with not only your guidance and intuition, but also your ego mind, which is in you for a reason, right? It's useful, but it's that balance, and what just popped was justice. So this is striking that balance, and in striking that balance, you're clearing certain karma, because you have been going to one extreme or the other, or both extremes at different times, and these are experiences you needed to have to be able to find this balance, right? So in whatever way, this is a clearing of a certain kind of certain karma that you have been carrying, and therefore in clearing that, opening the passageway to a more effortless, it says descent is the word I'm hearing, descent into this bliss, okay? And by descent, I'm seeing, it's almost like they mean like a grounding of it in the physical plane, okay? So right now it exists in the 5D. In order to ground it, we are being asked to both focus, but also release control, in order to navigate that middle way, that middle path, that balanced path, okay? What else do we need to know for this week? This is kind of what I was getting when I that message that was not quite coming through, that I forgot about. You have the Hanged Man and you have the Two of Cups. For me, so if you've been experiencing delays in a relationship grounding itself, it's not because that person is putting you off or trying to delay things. I mean, there may actually be things playing out in the physical world, you know, certainly having to do with karmic justice and balancing. But it's that you yourself need to fully surrender into this bliss, into this partnership. We have been talking about building our sovereignty and accepting our independence. And that's one end of the spectrum. That's an important part that we needed to integrate within our beings, within our energy. Now I feel like it's more about taking that, seeing your worth, seeing your worthiness, and surrendering fully into interdependence, okay? So it's like you needed to go from codependency to independence to interdependence. And that is these are those extremes I was just talking about, from one end to the other to finding the middle, okay? So balance in all things. If you're not dealing with a relationship right now, just keep in mind it's that balance of extremes to clear the karma, to receive the experiences that were necessary. I'm holding it upside down. Oops. To receive the experiences that were necessary in order to create a holistic picture of your energy, what energy you are embodying in this lifetime is kind of what they're saying right now. They're sort of showing each one of you as a sphere of consciousness. And as you receive these different experiences, you push your light out into different portions of the sphere in order to create a full vibrating, living, breathing sphere of energy, if that makes sense. And that is what each one of us is doing. And it's not that we are all created, we're all like spheres of the same energy, but each one of us has our own individual path, our own individual points of light to hit all over the outside of that sphere in order to bring light to all parts. You are already a whole sphere, right? But now we're bringing light to each part of that is kind of the way they're showing it to me. And so the process of doing that is hitting the extremes and then reaching the balance in between. And that's what they're saying. That is ascension. Finding that balance, because in that balance, in that middle point, is where you are vibrating the highest. Your potential for growth is the highest because you're not holding the extremes of one end or the other. Okay. And so remember to surrender into this relationship. Remember to surrender into connection. Surrendering into connection can be, now I feel like for a lot of you, you are here because you are working on divine partnerships or other kinds of relationships. This could be surrendering into a life path. Your cup matching perfectly this resonance of a particular journey, okay? And so whatever this is, just know that it is, it's really like coming home. Excuse me, gosh, I hate when I'm this nasal. And that also is this card too, but I'm hearing right here is this is about coming home, whatever that is for you. Coming home to that person who perfectly reflects you. Coming home to that life path, that mission that perfectly embodies your own pathway, your own way of pushing out the light in your own personal sphere, okay? Surrender, surrender, surrender into that. Surrender into interdependence is what they keep repeating. Okay. That's a great message for someone like me who learned complete independence and is like, my mom always calls me fiercely independent, and that's the truth. Because I lived my life with such intense and painful codependency for the first part of my life. Luckily, I broke out of that early in my lifetime, although that did resurface in my life in my 20s. And then I broke out of it again into complete independence. So I've flown from extreme to one extreme to another, and now I'm trying to work on that interdependence, to allowing that vulnerability, allowing and not fearing letting someone into my life, okay, and surrendering into it in a way that I have not before, because in other times I have gone one way or the other. Okay, so that's a lot of good stuff to digest for now. Let's just get some advice for everyone for this week ahead. Advice for this week ahead, please. Release your fear. I just said that, but they're having me repeat it again. Release your fear about this connection or this path or this job or change in your life, whatever it is. Okay, so 2 cards have come out. We have the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Wands, right? Yes. I had to double check. 2 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. And that to me is just, this feels like encouragement. This just feels like, set the intention, you'll get there. Just don't overdo it. Don't overwork the idea right now. And that's another message I've received a lot of times this week is be more gentle with your, what's the words they want me to use? Be more gentle with your demands of yourself. And that's not just about like trying to be super mom or trying to be the best leader on the planet or whatever. This comes down to you are doing the work. You're doing the healing. Stop judging yourself at every turn. And now I'm using this voice that I use in my head, and that's exactly the voice I need to stop using. Okay, so let me back up for a second. Be accepting and appreciative of the work that you have done and see your progress. See how far you have come. Even if you are still in progress, we are all in progress. There's not this like end point where everything is fucking perfect, right? I mean, there will be the evolution of events, and we're asked to live in the now so that every moment is its own perfection. Does that make sense? Like no matter what that moment is, there is perfection in it because it is where we need to be in order to work toward the filling out of that sphere of consciousness that each one of us has been gifted basically by creation. And that we need to be more gentle. We are already in victory. We are already manifesting this victory. If you've made that choice, you've made the choice, just make the choice. That's what they're saying. Open that door. Just like I said in my video this morning about opening the door to joy. Open the door by making the choice, the willingness, and you will receive this victorious, like, you'll overcome what it is that you're trying to heal and overcome, okay? I hate the word victory because it puts like this 3D competitive nature to it, and what it is not competitive. It is about recognizing that every moment is a victory of some sort. When you are conscious of your own development, when you are awake and conscious, every moment is a victory. Okay? I want you to focus on that because in some way I feel that's going to help you surrender into this or surrender into this. Both of these, to me, feeling like 2 dimensions of the same thing. Burp again. I literally cannot with myself. That will help to give you the courage. And just know that wherever you are exactly where you need to be. Surrender into the now. Accept this moment. Trust this moment. See the joy in this moment. Know that you are always on the path. You're exactly where you need to be, and do not fear, okay? I hope that this is helpful for you this week. I would love to go on longer, but I'm trying to keep my videos shorter. And please like, subscribe, share. I appreciate all of you. and look forward to your comments. Talk to you soon. Bye.